Fight Hop Podcast.
Good morning, Coach. Ray, how are you?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Ray, thank you so much. Thank you so much once again. It's been 2 years.
No.
And
has it been 2 years?
Yeah, it's been 2 years, Coach. And I've seen you on all the podcasts right after Merab fight, including Teddy Atlas. And like I said, it's an honor that you're giving us this time, and especially we're not being, we're just a small first ever Georgian MMA podcast. But thank you so much again, Coach.
No, anytime, man. Anything for Romy and Merab. Romy was there at the beginning when Merab was just really like making his bones, and to see where this kid's gotten is just mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing.
Coach, you've done so much for Georgian MMA. It's unbelievable. And not just Georgian MMA, MMA as a whole. When it comes to a legendary career, Coach, everyone's talking about GOATs, but I think that we are talking to the GOAT, Coach, in the MMA business, the great Ray Longo. What up, Romy?
Thanks, guys.
How you guys doing, Coach? Thank you so much for joining. I know your time is valuable. I know you're always short on time. You got so many champions. You got our gym to run to and everything. I really appreciate it, man. How you been? How are you?
Good. You're looking good, Romy.
Thank you. I'm trying to stay young.
You're still boxing? Still throwing your hands?
So I'm still throwing my hands here and there. Yeah, I got fucked up a little bit recently, but
oh man, that's not good.
Not as much anymore. I was in a car accident recently, and my back is a little fucked up, so I'm battling the insurance with that and all that. So I'm taking a little bit of a time away right now, but overall, it's in my blood. I can't give it up altogether.
Awesome.
Coach, of course we gotta start with I know we gotta keep it brief today and short, but we gotta start with the most recent victory. Congratulations again, yet another champion, yet another title defense, Merab versus Nurmagomedov. And I want to get to the point because I know George has some questions. I also want to talk briefly about GFL, and then you can, and we're gonna let you go. But do you think, and I know you'll have some stuff to add to it, of course. Do you think with this victory over Umar Nurmagomedov, defeating an undefeated Nurmagomedov in a UFC title fight, which has never been done before, right? And the first time that's ever been done was done by a Georgian, which is a great thing for us, of course. Do you think this aura of undefeated thing with Nurmagomedov is now a little bit cracked with this fight?
100%. 100%. I think Merab did everybody, all the other fighters, a big favor because, the Nurmagomedov name is so powerful. It's like Mike Tyson. You almost lose before you go in there. So Merab really put an end to that, and he showed that everybody could do it. And, Romy, not for nothing, man. You got to remember, too, a couple of years back, like 5 years, whenever it was, Iaquinta won 5 rounds with Khabib out of the gym with no training. He trained for a 3-round stand-up fight, and he went 5 rounds. First guy to ever go 5 rounds with him. So that, I think, was even the beginning. If you think about it, like, all right, here's a guy that got the fight on 24 hours notice, and I thought he made a good account of himself for that. He didn't have a training camp for it. So Merab really went above and beyond and just, 100% won that fight. There's no question about it. People could, whatever they want to say, but he won that fight. I think he actually embarrassed Umar, with his showmanship and some of the antics. But I think Merab really put a stamp on, if you just fight these guys and keep them on the back foot, and you got to have some offensive wrestling to keep them off guard. I think that's what you're seeing. And I think, I got to tell you, man, I think Ilya against Islam, that's a really good fight. Ilya's looking good too. So, I could see Ilya winning that fight.
Yeah.
Amen. As I remember, that's how Khabib became champion. Is fight against Iaquinta, right?
Yeah, so I think that was the first time, no, that's the only guy he didn't finish in a championship fight.
Yeah.
So, I kind of used that in my head even when Merab was fighting Umar. I said, look, it's definitely doable. It's not like, you can't fight. You got to fight the person. You can't fight the name. And those guys did earn, look, you got to give them respect. They got a great team. They train their asses off. But, Merab's a different animal, man. Merab is a different animal. They thought that fight was going to be easy. So that was the first thing that went wrong. And I think you saw the guy mentally break as the fight was going on.
Yeah. I had listen, the first time I heard when they said that, when I saw the way they were underestimating him, I was like, that's a big gift. I think this favors us greatly, and I knew this was not. Yeah, you can't underestimate. And also, as a Georgian man right now, with all this success in the UFC recently, the biggest challenge for me right now is not to become toxic, because there's a small country syndrome. When you get so many good fighters from a small country like that, people won't shut up about it. Everybody now, all the Georgians are talking about how great Georgians are, how tough Georgians are, and I'm really trying to not become toxic, not become the part of that crowd. If it makes any sense, because I don't want to be toxic to people. I don't want people to get fed up with this Georgian situation.
Just like Team Longo and Merab. Stay humble. Always stay humble.
Yeah. I like that, Romy. Yeah, and I agree with you, Romy, on that. I think that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Coach, you've been asked so many questions about this fight, and I don't want to repeat, the same questions, but I think I have a interesting one here. When it comes to Merab, everyone's talking about the cardio, right? But it's much more than that, obviously. But yes. Coach, when is the first time you've heard of the term, or when did it begin, the term weaponized cardio? Do you recall it? In the world of MMA?
Oh, shit, that's a great question.
Sorry to put you on the spot, but yeah, that was one question I thought I got to ask Ray about that.
Yeah, my brain's not working, but we definitely have heard it. When was the first time I heard it? Oh, man. I don't know, but I'm trying to think of who a fighter it could have been. I mean, I think Frankie Edgar was a guy that weaponized his cardio also. So it could have been back then, but I tell you, nobody's doing it like this guy. This guy's cardio is adequate. Listen, he could have easily won another. I think he could have won 5 more rounds. He could have easily won 2 or 3. That's not even a question. So that's what Merab should start doing. Merab should want an 8-round fight with somebody.
Back in the old school days, the Wild West, the Pride, where there was no time limits and stuff like that. Imagine Merab coming out then.
That's another good point. I had a guy in the gym years ago. He fought a 30-minute fight straight, no break.
Was it the 90s?
That was in the 90s, yeah.
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah, wow. That's when those things were happening.
I think it was Paul Creighton, yeah, and he ended up fighting BJ Penn in the UFC after that. But yeah, he fought a 30-minute fight. I used to train Sarah for 30-minute fights because we thought that's all that was around at that time. And then Pride had the 10-minute round and then a minute break and a 5-minute round. But there was a lot of 15-minute, just a 15-minute round.
Coach, you went to Japan, didn't you, with Matt Serra, I think? Or you were supposed to?
I didn't go, I didn't go to Japan with Sarah. I went to Japan with Sasaki, a kid that was in the gym. And he actually fought Manuel Cape. He beat Manuel Cape, that kid that's in the UFC
in
now.
Ryzen, right?
Really looking, really looking good. That was a good fight. Sarah went to Japan, but I didn't go with him that time.
He was supposed to make a debut in Pride, right? And then something happened to his opponent on the walkout.
Yeah, so I don't know what organization it was. It could have been Pride, but they had the fire things you'd have to walk through, and then the thing goes on fire. This guy walked through at the wrong time and lit himself on fire. So Sarah's in the ring, and he hears a lot of screaming because the guy's on fire. And that was it. The fight was off, obviously.
That's why Dana White doesn't allow goofy stuff like that.
Yeah. Imagine that, though. Yeah, Henzo was there. Yeah, it was It was a crazy time. Crazy.
I want to touch on this real quick, man. We can come back to Merab situation after this before we can let you go. But I want to touch on this before I forget. The GFL draft happened a couple of days ago. You are Team New York head coach, and I couldn't help but notice you have two Georgians on your team. One of them, Liana Georgieva, you're familiar with her. She trained at your gym. And another one is Merab Dvalishvili, is a very, very good friend of mine. He's like a family to me.
Oh no, I was just with him in California. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. How much you know about Zico? How much? Because the first time I met Zico was years ago. I went to his gym in Kaizen in Virginia, and I go in. He wasn't there, and I was like, "I'm friends of Zico. You know Zico?" And the guy goes, "Of course I know Zico. He's the strongest man I've ever met." And,
wow!
That was the first.
You know what's funny, Ro? When he started talking to me, I was sitting down. I thought it was the other. I thought it was Levon Chocavelli.
Yeah, they're like twins.
But then I stand up and I go, wait a minute, Levon. The guys. Last time I saw him, he was taller. Now I'm confused. So I know. And then, how do you pronounce his first name? Zavad?
Lazishvili.
Zviad Lazishvili. Yeah, Zviad.
Yeah. That's gonna be a hard one for me.
You put Chocavelli in the dryer, you get Lazishvili when you take it out.
Yeah, that's funny. But anyway, he actually wanted me to pick another guy because the guy's in Virginia. He's been staying in Vegas, but they kind of made the picks for us, so which was good anyway. I'm glad I got him on the team because I know he's good. I talked to a bunch of people, but and a great guy. I already like him from the little I know of him. He seems like a really great guy. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah. What was that?
I said you're gonna be very pleased working with him. I get.
Oh yeah. So, well, I hope I get to work with him. It's kind of a weird setup, but we'll see.
I'll figure it out still, but good luck to all of you guys. Much love. George, take it away.
Yeah, Coach. We've all seen Merab do a lot of crazy stuff in his videos. I mean, he lives on the edge, as we've seen him literally on the edge of a balcony outside on a window. But here's my question. What's the most nervous Merab's ever made you feel, whether it's during a fight or in the build-up?
I mean, the first fight he ever had, he had a full-on flu, and he told me he was okay. But he still went out and set a takedown record. He was really, really sick. That I was nervous about. But watching those videos, the one on the ledge, that's the only time I ever talked to him. I said, dude, you gotta, because I know a couple of guys growing up that never made it off the ledge. So I tried to explain. I mean, the only guy that could beat Merab right now is Merab. That ledge thing really made me nervous, man. He's crazy, but I think that's all that works into the fights for him. He's definitely a daredevil. He doesn't give a shit, and he's willing to go for things, which again works in great with his fight style.
People underestimate Merab's grit, determination, and his cardio before the fights.
But Romy, isn't that crazy? Yeah. The guy's technically he's 14-0 to me. Yeah. I mean, 12-0 with who he beat. And people are still questioning him. Good luck. Yeah.
It starts with grit for me. He just wants it. I've never seen anybody who wants it as much. The guy just...
Yeah, not only wants it, Romy, he enjoys it. Like, I've never seen a guy enjoy fighting like him. Yeah. Like, that's why I think his cardio's even better than the normal. He's not nervous. He wants to be there. And I think when you like something, why would you get nervous? Like, you're having fun.
I think that's one of the keys. That definitely, it's because he doesn't think about. He never crosses his mind that he doesn't want to be there. It doesn't matter because Merab gets tired just like everybody else. There's no fighter in the world who doesn't get tired when they fight. That's nonsense. But he just he enjoys it so much.
That's it. That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Coach, what do you think about? I mean, everybody has their own opinion, and I'm not really big on the rematches, even though I see the benefit of fighting somebody like O'Malley and getting pay-per-view points, but I'm strictly talking as a fan of the fight game and Merab fan, of course. I mean, would you rather be interested in watching rematches? I mean, against the likes of O'Malley and Yan, or what about Pantoja if he wanted to come up to challenge for the second belt? What do you see next for Merab as a fight fan? And of course, Merab's coach.
I think as a fight fan, the Pantoja fight is more intriguing. Look, he beat the other guys, like beat them. They wasn't close. I mean, you know, they were competitive, but not anything to lead you to believe they could beat him the next time. So I like the Pantoja fight. I think that's a great fight. Pantoja's, you know, he kind of cleared out his division. They had to bring in a guy from Japan for him to fight. So if he wanted to move up, I don't think he would do good, but I think that would be a fight that people would want to see.
The Georgians don't want to see that, coach, because of Ilia Topuria. We don't want to see our brothers fight. Shout out to Aljamain Sterling as well. They never fought, and obviously we don't want to see Ilia versus Merab. But I'm glad.
That's not that'll never happen.
Yeah, of course, coach.
That'll never happen.
Yeah, no. We don't even know Ilia is gonna fight at featherweight again. He's talking about moving up a lot. So.
Yeah, I think they're going to make Ilia against Islam.
Probably, it would make sense at this point. I mean, listen. Also, if Ilia beats Islam and another Georgian beats another Dagestani, that's gonna the tension before this fight was so high. Everybody that went to LA, I was talking to people. My friends were going there. Some of my friends were there. Some of my friends live in Vegas. I was like, guys, the tension is already high enough. Don't fucking fight. Do not brawl in the arena.
Wow.
We have to maintain. Let those two guys duke it out, solve the problems. We don't have to get involved like this. The tension is because these are the two of the craziest nations in the world, Georgians and Dagestans. If those guys start fighting each other in the arenas, all hell is going to break loose. It's not good for anybody, man. It's not. But that's the one thing I'm afraid of. If Ilia was to beat Islam, Jesus Christ, that would, I don't know, it would be hard to control the crowd, both sides. So hopefully that's not going to be the case.
Well, it was. I don't think it was bad in LA, but I get your point, man. The tension was. I think Merab. That's the other thing. I think Merab, even he is human. I think he really felt that. I know he felt it with the Peter Yan fight. Like he thought he would let everybody down, and but thank God he got the job done. So you guys are looking really good, man. Really good.
Thank you, Coach. We're working our way up. We're getting better every day. Thank you. Thank you.
Looking really good.
I've never even met this fucking guy. I've been doing this show with him for 6 years almost. I never met him. This is what we got over here.
Hey, that's modern technology. That's pretty cool. You know, it's funny though. I've done that with people, but after a couple of months, I really feel like I know them well. You know what I mean? It's crazy without even meeting somebody.
So, Coach, we're not going to take a lot of your time. We already appreciate you so much. But I do have one question, and shout out again to John Anik. He's been putting some tough questions your way. Would you rather, Coach? All right. Would you rather, Coach? But this time it doesn't involve any toothbrushes or underwear. All right. This one. This one goes like this, Coach. Would you rather have 10 champions who defend their belt once, or have one champion that defends his belt 10 times?
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's a son of a bitch of a question.
Yeah, that's a
Shout
good
out John
question.
Anik.
Wow. It's too early. It's too early in the morning for this. But wait, hold on a second. 10. Oof.
You know what, Coach? I'll wait for the answer at the
Ray
Longo minute.
Yeah, 10. That's a really that's good. So 10 champions who defend once, or no, you know what? I'm going to go with 10 champions that defend once, because I think that's more of a. I could have a stud who it has nothing to do with me. He's just that good, and he could, But if you have 10 guys that could become champion, then obviously you're doing something right. So What do I got? 6 more to go. We could do this.
Yeah.
Totally can.
I was gonna say you're only 6 short, so
Yeah, I tell you what, Merab keeps going. I'm gonna have both.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks so
but
much,
anyway,
Ray.
listen, Romy. No. Anyway, if you want to do this again this week at night, I got no time restraints. We could do it. You guys
Absolutely. I can,
Look,
Coach.
no,
I can do this
call
every
me
day.
because I didn't mean to rush. I thought I had more time today.
No,
But let's
Coach,
do it again this
we
week at night.
appreciate you so much.
Absolutely.
so much,
Listen,
Ray.
Coach, I will talk to you again soon. I will see you at the gym. I wish you best of luck. And yes, we definitely gonna talk because there's so much I want to talk to you about.
No, let's do it this week then. And Romy, I'm going to try to do like a victory party for Merab. So keep
Absolutely.
keep in touch. But call me. We'll do it like Tuesday night, Wednesday night, whenever.
Anytime, Coach. I would love it. I would love it. Thank you very much. And have a great day today. And I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Awesome. Take it easy, guys. Thanks.
God
man.
bless. Thank you.